The fourth round of this year's World Rally Championship was hosted in Croatia, and if this event was anything to go by, it baffles me to how this is bigger than this motorsport. So before we even get into the meat of this video, I'm going to pose to you two questions that are going to open the debate doors for everyone to come into. Question 1. Take away Formula One's marketing, their budget, their broadcasting rights, even their Netflix documentary. If you gave that all to WRC, would it be a bigger sport? And the second question is, what is with the new WRC point system? Baffles me. How can somebody finish 4th and still score more points than 2nd and 3rd and only be 1 point away than the winner of the eventual rally? Day 1 kicked off exactly how I expected, with a bang. The likes of Neuville and Evans, Sebastian Ogier, Tanak and Thierry Neuville all showed just how hungry they were for victory. Now stage 1 comes and Neuville shoots straight into an early lead, leaving his opponents with a lot to worry about. And I'll be honest, at this point I was really excited. Evans, however, wasn't just going to lie down and get rolled over. And the veteran Sebastian Ogier might have started in a lower position, but he wasn't going to throw in the towel easily either. But ultimately, in the morning session, Thierry Neuville wiped the floor with his competitors. But then it brings us into the afternoon, where things got more challenging, and the already slippy surface proved even more difficult. Neuville carried on from his morning session and just shot off like a rocket, further extending his lead. However, he was not wearing his lucky pants today, and he suffered a puncture and lost about 10 seconds. And by the end of the day, Neuville and Evans had set identical times across 8 stages, with Ogier just 6 seconds behind, as the 3 drivers were keeping things really tight between them. Of the 8 stages, Neuville won 4, while the other 2 shared 2 apiece. In WRC 2, Pepe Lopez had this crash. It was just like he was driving on ice. I mean, it was wet, so what's to expect? And then maybe we should send this clip over to EA and Cody's, because this is what happens when a car crashes into something that is not a concrete post. Yeah, it goes right through him. Day 2 began, and it was still quite a cagey affair, with an even more intense battle between Neuville and Evans. Both drivers wanted to establish a comfortable lead, but the other had no plans of making it easy, as they went toe to toe against each other at every stage. Now in the first stage, Neuville came out on top. He was 8/10 faster than second place Evans and way ahead of the rest, and by the end of the morning session alone, he had established a 5-second lead over Evans. Unlike the first day, Evans was struggling to keep up. Going into the afternoon session, just like the previous day, the rain threatened, and teams had to figure out a tyre strategy that would give their drivers an edge over the opponents. It was more about just taking advantage of the new scoring system, to be honest. Toyota chose a bold approach. They went with 4 softs and 2 wets. Hyundai, well, I think they got it completely wrong, because Toyota's bold approach paid off, as Evans eventually closed the gap between him and Neuville. By the close of the day, Neuville had a 4.9 second lead over Evans, while Ogier had fallen a little bit further behind. 11 seconds at this point. Now moving into day 3, the first stage, nothing much really changed. Neuville had a comfortable lead, closely followed by Evans. But every real driver knows the real action takes place on the last day, and he could not afford to slip up. Stage 17 was pretty much normal, as there was no issues for either of the two. Stage 18, that's where everything got mixed up, all in the space of about 9 minutes. First of all, Paul Mo hit an anti-cut marker breaking his steering arm, taking 15 minutes for him to repair that. 7 minutes later, Evans blinked first, hits a bank, spins, losing about 19.6 seconds, falling behind his teammate Ogier, but still managing to keep second place, and literally 1 minute later, Neuville crashed. From what he said, it was a late pace note call, putting him into the bank, losing the rally lead, dropping to 3rd, taking massive damage from the crash as well. Now, you could not have written it, and with it all happening, Ogier went from 3rd to 1st, and then it still wasn't plain sailing for him, as he had a little scare in stage 19, losing the rear, but managing to keep the car from any danger. And then to top it all off, Paul Mo, after breaking his steering arm in stage 18, comes to the power stage and blows everyone away. Ultimately, stage 18 is what set up for the race end. At the end of the rally, Toyota came out victorious with Ogier picking up his 59th career win and 100th podium. They also secured second place with Evans, while Neuville, who led for pretty much the whole weekend, had to settle for third place. But god damn, this new points system is stupid. And in many ways, although it was a very exciting rally, I was slightly disappointed because Hyundai's car this year is a real threat to Toyota. But somehow their drivers always seem to mess up somehow. But even with saying all that, what a explosive race it was. But that was my idiot's guide to what happened in the Croatia Rally 2024. If you enjoyed the video, please do like it and subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and I will see you very, very soon in the next one.